Welcome to the Armani Talks YouTube channel. I'm your host, Armani Talks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills in order to help you level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're entering the world of public speaking, and we're going to be talking about how to speak like Obama. In regards to legacy, we're not necessarily focused too much on the tiny little details. Let's say you've never seen Ronald Reagan and you're too lazy to YouTube him. You ask your mom and dad, hey guys, what do you guys remember of Ronald Reagan? They're not going to be breaking down every single little policy details that he passed, the side of certain debates he was on, or all these tiny little micro stuff. Instead, they're going to be breaking down the general theme of his legacy. They're going to be like, son or daughter. The thing with Reagan was that he had this charisma to him. And one of the reasons he had this charisma is due to his entertainment background. And they'll often speak about something in that general essence when communicating the experience of Ronald Reagan. I recall when I was a youngster, Bill Clinton was my president. And routinely, whenever people would ask the question, what kind of guy was Bill Clinton like? In terms of human experience, in terms of communication skills, routinely, I would hear the following. If you were to walk in a room and there were 50 people there or so, Bill Clinton could make it seem like he was talking right to you. I would routinely keep on hearing this from different people, which would imply that Bill Clinton must have made it seem like he was just talking to you. Good eye contact, charisma. Now, in regards to Barach Obama, where 30 years down the line, people are going to be like, what kind of communicator was he? I guarantee you, a lot of people, despite their political parties, are going to be like, he was one of the most powerful speakers that I've ever witnessed. The question is, why? What's it about Obama? It's not like he's this big dude. He's not a tall guy. He just seems like a regular guy. Yet, there's a general consensus that he's a powerful speaker. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 3 of those traits that makes him a powerful speaker that you too can be using. Steal his traits and implement it into your life. Number 1, silences. Whenever I bring up speaking skills, what do you think of? A lot of people are immediately going to say, speaking. That's a novice response. The advanced response is speaking and silence. And this is why Barack Obama was an exceptional communicator. He reminded us of what speaking skills really mean with the absence of words. He understood how to pause. Now, here's the thing. If you're someone of power, normally you're going to pause a lot more whenever you're speaking. While someone with low confidence speaks really fast. They try to squeeze in as many words as they possibly can when it's their time to speak, because subconsciously they feel like they're on other people's time. Oh gee whiz, I gotta make sure I get all my words out because I'm wasting these other people's time. While a powerful person is like, you're on my time. I speak at the pace that I need to speak in, and you could get up and leave if you don't want to abide by my time. Now, with that being said, we want to make sure that we're not pausing too much, because pausing too much seems a little arrogant or boring. And that's why I believe Barack Obama was exceptional. He knew how to not overdo it. He would do it enough in a way to build suspense, and then he would speak. Which brings me to the second point, and this is what I call the attractive personality. There's a big difference between being handsome and beautiful versus attractive. Handsome and beautiful are physical features, while attractive is a behavioral feature. And here's the bottom line in regards to having the attractive personality. You gotta have enthusiasm. A person without enthusiasm is a lot of things, but attractive isn't one of them. And you'll notice that if you have that enthusiasm, it becomes so much easier to communicate a message, because you can't necessarily make someone else feel something that you're not feeling for yourself. So when you're feeling it, like you really want to break this idea down, this energy becomes contagious. But this is where we're going to have to separate from Barack Obama just a little bit, because Obama is a politician. As a politician, he represents certain talking points, which often means that he is given a lot of talking points. Versus people like us, where, sure, in certain fields of our life, we are going to have talking points. If you're the brand ambassador for your company, then your company is probably giving you talking points. But if you're a YouTuber, for example, it's you that is responsible of choosing what you're going to be speaking about. And in these scenarios, we have to learn from Obama. Whatever it is that you're speaking about, build that enthusiasm in regards to it. And you can't necessarily build enthusiasm in regards to it if it's not congruent with your personality. If you want me to give a speech on me explaining why I'm a hippo, I could probably be enthusiastic just out of sheer comedy. But in regards to me actually convincing you that I'm a hippo, I'm gonna have to lie a lot to feel that enthusiasm, versus if I'm just speaking about the topic that I'm speaking about right now, is because it's something that is authentic to me and I understand the talking points. So if you want to be someone that's attractive in terms of your personality, then you need to be in connection, in congruence with whatever you're speaking about, and only then will you have an attractive personality like Barack Obama. And number 3 is a confident voice. You may have thought that I was going to say deep voice. That's not always what confident voice means. I know a lot of people who have a soft voice, and not soft as in they're scared to speak, but soft in terms of it's not deep, yet they sound confident. Why? It's because they have this thing called intention. And intention is a lot like a light switch. It's either on or off. Anytime you're in the middle ground territory, that's when you sound unsure. And whenever you sound unsure, you don't sound confident. The thing with Obama was that he took a long time of thinking before he would speak. You'll notice this in his interviews a lot, and it kind of connects back with point number 1 of he's completely fine with the silence. He doesn't care. From his mannerisms, he's like, you're on my time. So when he's thinking about different points, he's able to solidify his position. Then when he speaks, he's not in this flimsy territory. He is on. So whenever you're speaking, speak. Don't be one of those people who, when you're silent, you want to speak, and when you're speaking, you want to be silent. Instead, view speaking just like a light switch. Go ahead and play around with the light switch. Is anything other than it completely being on going to generate light? No. It's because the circuit is open, and an open circuit does not allow the electricity to flow. And likewise, when you're not on, your confident voice will not flow. So those are the 3 main speaking tips that you can learn from Barack Obama. Number 1, embrace the silence. Number 2, develop an attractive personality by being enthusiastic in regards to your talking points. And number 3, when you speak, speak. When you're silent, be silent. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you drop that like for me right on below, and you share this video on your social media of choice. Thank you very much for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I will catch you on the next episode.